Hello, Floor Gaming. This is Deception 4 Too Long here with another Halo Reach commentary. Today I'm hitting one of the, pretty recent maps released about 3 weeks ago from the Defiant map pack for Halo Reach, Highlands. I've been really behind on as far as making a commentary for each map, but I thought this was actually a good match. Now, I wasn't planning on putting this gameplay up because it wasn't that great throughout most of it, but it was the end that really kind of captured me and inspired me to put it up. What happened is it was pretty intense ending. I'm not going to tell you like what happened, but somebody, I can't remember whether it was on my team or their team, just said, "Hey, that's why I play Halo." And it just kind of made me think about, why do I play Halo? I mean, there's plenty of reasons why I could play Halo. I mean, I've been playing Halo for a long time. It was one of the first shooters I ever played. I think I played maybe James Bond Nightfire, I believe, was the first shooter I had ever played. Before that, I think I played, after that, I think I played one of the Star Wars Battlefronts, and then I played Halo. And ever since then, I've been playing Halo, and one of the main reasons is just because that's what everybody else played. That's what my friends played when I went over to their houses. And whenever I had friends over, that's what we'd play. I remember when I got my Xbox, one of the main things I had to try and get was Halo, and it was kind of hard for me because I couldn't go out and buy it myself since I wasn't old enough to, which makes me seem pretty young now, but whatever. But that was the game I played with my friends, and I remember just having some great time staying up late at night, just having great encounters and great battles with friends. Nothing close to what we have on Xbox Live. Didn't have Xbox Live back then, but it just made me think, is it just because I've been playing it for a while, or is there something else to it? Like, why do I keep coming back to this game, even when I take breaks from it? Like, I'll go to other games. I'll go to Call of Duty and try that, or Battlefield, different shooters. I've even had times where I played World of Warcraft for a really long expanse of time, but I'd always come back to Halo, and I was just like, why is that? And the more I thought about it, the more it became more obvious. It's because of the encounters you come into, and just like one-on-one counters, the matches. It just feels a lot more unique. I think it's just more fun. Like, even if I lose, even if I don't do that great, I have a lot more fun. And the times that we do win, feel a lot more fun than in other games. Like, in some games, I feel almost as if you're playing by yourself, just because you don't need to work with as a team, and you don't care about winning as much. Or at least that's the way I felt. In this game, it's you want to work as a team to win. You come up with different strategies. You have to work around them. I mean, it's just different from the regular run and gun gameplay. Like, in most games, most multiplayer games nowadays especially, it's really easy to kill players. It's a few shots and they're down. And that's mainly because of the modern approach, and I'll call it the Call of Duty factor, which we're seeing so often. Halo is so unique because and most people already know this, but it takes a lot more to kill somebody. You can't just give them a few shots. I think the fewest shots, or at least with a standard weapon, is about 5 shots, 4 body shots, 1 to the head. It's easier with power weapons like rocket launchers and snipers, but that's a lot more than most games. And when you have more health, it gives you more time to react to when you get shot to. It also gives the encounter between two people a lot more time to have stuff go down. Like, in most games, let's say you're reminiscing next day to some friends about what happened, you can't come up with too much ridiculous stuff. Halo can be oh, this guy was hitting me, or shooting me. I ran around a corner. My friends jumped in. We could help me take down, or I jumped off a cliff, and blah blah blah. I'm not being that creative right now, but you have so many more opportunities to have these awesome experiences and these awesome moments that you just don't get in other games just because of the health. I also find the environments that you play in a lot more fun. What I feel in Call of Duty most of the time is they're just a bunch of buildings with a bunch of rooms that you run through. And I mean, that fits the fiction for what they're doing, and I'm not saying they're bad maps for the game that they're playing in. I just find it really boring. Like, I always said, like, Call of Duty 4, every time I played in it, I felt as if I was playing in an Arab, like, brown area. And that just got really boring. You know, a brown area with a bunch of houses and buildings, blah blah blah, where you can explore the buildings, just nothing to it. I mean, as important as the geometry of the map is, like the area that you play in, the aesthetic appeal has a lot of influence on the gameplay. It may not be as direct as you think, but if you play in a place that's boring and unappealing, a place that really doesn't make you feel like you're on a battlefield, then it's not going to be nearly as much fun. Like, visual, like, graphics and art style is part of gameplay, whether you want to think of it that way or not. But along with that, it just also gives me so many, like, ways to have fun. I mean, I've told people before that in Halo 3, I think my most fun experiences weren't on matchmaking, but on, like, Forge and, like, just messing around with friends, campaign, finding glitches, and just, like, screwing around. I mean, yes, multiplayer can be fun, especially if you're the competitive source, but when you can find a way just to, like, screw around and have fun, that's just, like, pure gold, because you're not relying off, like, whether you're doing well or not. You're relying off the people you're hanging out with, basically, in a virtual world. Like, the ways me and my friends have come up with, like, having little base battles where in Forge we'd make bases and try and sabotage each other and then fight it off. It was just so much fun, and I don't think I've ever had that experience in another game. Mainly because we were making the game. We were deciding what we were going to do. It was like a sandbox. It was like a playground. It was like when we were kids. I think as gamers, we've kind of forgot what it's like to have fun while playing games. We concentrate so much, especially in multiplayer games, we concentrate about being extremely competitive and beating people. You know, we kind of let that side out of us, and that's nice, but where is it where, like, you just feel like you're having a great time, you know, where you don't care if you win or lose. You just care that the amount of fun you're having, the experience that's going on, continues. I'll get into that a little more on another commentary, but it's just, I don't know if there's too many other games where I've played them and I actually were playing them because I was having a great time, you know. And hey, maybe you don't have too many friends that play on Xbox Live. Maybe your friends are a PlayStation person, or maybe they just don't care about video games, you know. Then I can understand. Like, it's not like you have to be playing to have fun. I think it's just kind of a part of video games that we forgot about. I mean, I've got into the whole competitive nature myself too. I've watched MLG games and been like, wow, that'd be insane to be that point and be making money off of it. But if you ask me, if I was ever in the position where I'd, like, be able to play professionally for video games, I don't think I would, because it'd be so hard to do something like that, something that's supposed to bring fun to your life, and make it a profession, make it so it's hardcore, and so it has too much more of an impact on, like, your life. I mean, at that point, I think it'd be hard to have fun. It'd just be too serious. Like, I think this encounter right here is a perfect example. Yeah, I die, but it wasn't just a simple scenario of I saw you first, therefore I win, you know. I get the kill because I saw you first. It's, we're jumping around trying to survive. I'm, like, trying to pick out where he is. He's trying to make sure I don't know where he is. Like, it's not as if when I see him, he's dead, and he sees me, I'm dead. It's just a fun scenario where I can be, like, telling my friends, oh my god, you can't believe how stupid this was. And yes, eventually, I die. And you know what? Didn't care about it. So, that's my thoughts on it. You guys, tell me what you think. Do you have fun when you play video games anymore? Do you think it's overly competitive? Let me know. So, with the time left, I'll talk about the gameplay. I personally was going to try and get something different than Elite Slayer, basically because Elite Slayer pisses me off. There's been way too many times I've played, and I go against an entire team with Needlers and Armor Lock, and it's just annoying as hell. Armor Lock pisses me off. I'm gonna say it right now. Like, it's not something where I think it should be rid of, but it's something that I think causes a lot of pain in my ass whenever I play. And I do one of the things I do like about it though is out of all the game types in Reach, it feels really unique. Like, I feel like I have different capabilities because each class that they have is pretty different. Like, you have the evade and you have jetpack and you have armor lock, and each of them has a different weapon. That's the main reason I picked this class, is because I wanted the Needler rifle, you know. So I really felt this game mode out of all of them had a different flow compared to when you played as Spartans, which is really cool because that's one of the things the developers were going for. Like, it felt different to use an Elite. I also really like how they did the whole like Elites and Spartan things in Reach. Like, Halo 3 really had moments where I just got pissed off going against people with like Elites and SWAT, and just pissed me off because even if they were the same size, the head was a pain in the ass to hit. Like, if I was trying to shoot somebody in SWAT from the back, it would take, oh my god, at least 3 shots. If I ever got it on the first try, I'd be like, dude, I actually got somebody from behind. So that was interesting. Actually, funny fact is, Halo 3, the Elites actually had a part in their neck that you could shoot straight through and it didn't take any damage, which was kind of broken model right there. Funny how that stayed in. So this is the end of the match. It's pretty intense. I can't remember what the score is. We'll see in a second. 56-58. Rallied to get some kills. There's points where I'm just like running around like I can't believe I'm surviving. Should be dead right now. Got that kill somehow. Shields are down from the focus rifle. I seriously thought I was dead right here, but clutched like last second parcel of health left. It's tied, and there you go. Game's over. Somebody's like, that's why I play Halo. It's like, you know what? I agree. So, like, subscribe, comment, do whatever you want. Check out my channel for more content like this. I'm going to have some more stuff coming up. Subscribe to Floor Gaming for more content from the community. Submit videos if you want to do that yourself. And otherwise, have a great time. I think I went +5. This is Deception for Too Long, and I will see you guys later.